Good evening. My name is Ken Osborne. I'm starting this series of video chats, I guess you could call them, and I'm going to do them in a shorter time period. I'm going to tell stories as far as the history is concerned in small 2 or 3, 4 minutes, 5 minutes at the most time. So tonight I'm going to tell you a story, the history of Shotokan Karate when I was training with SCKA and SKA, something that happened that I was a part of, and the other person that was a part of it was Don Dupree. And a lot of you know who he is. Don passed away several years ago, and he was loved and revered by many people. The other person I want to talk about is Mr. Buddy Bailey, who was went down in history as Mr. Kibadachi, Mr. Horse Stance, because he always had the lowest, absolute lowest one at any special training. He was an extremely tough guy, strong spirited, strong physically. Well, this happens to puts Buddy, Don, and myself together for an event that happened. And this is how the story goes. One night I get a call from Buddy Bailey, and he said, "Kenny, that karate dojo that opened up in Hermosa Beach through the community service, I stopped in there a couple days ago, and I wanted to ask them if I could practice with them." And they said, "Absolutely, you come in and you get your gi, you can practice." So Buddy, a kind-hearted, open-minded guy he put on his gi and he went in there, and basically what happened, they worked him over. They worked him over and ganged him. And when he told me that, I was so upset about it. I was really, I guess, pissed off, actually. And I thought, this just can't stand. This cannot stand and not be answered back. So I called Don Dupree, who lived in Long Beach, and I told him the story of what happened to Buddy. And I told Don, I'm going to go down there tomorrow night. They practice tomorrow night, and I would want to know if you would like to go. And Don said immediately, "Absolutely, I'll meet you at your house, and we'll go down there together," and asked them if we could join their practice. And I said, okay. So Don came. We made sure we had our gis. We went down, and sure enough, there was about 25, 30 people in there training. It was a Japanese style karate, a different organization. And we asked them if we could join their practice. And they said, oh yeah, absolutely. And they were a little apprehensive. I don't know if they knew exactly why we were there, but I think, as I think back on it, they knew 100% why we were there, because I think they recognized one of us or both of us. I'm not sure. But so we joined this practice, and we practiced for 2 hours. And during that 2 hours, they never, ever did any kind of kumite. Nothing. Sanbon kumite, ippon kumite, ju kumite, any kind of contact, engagement, they never did it. But we were always, during that practice, we were always getting eyes on us, looking at us, and afterwards I told Don we left, and I said, well, we didn't get to do exactly what we wanted to do, but I think they knew we were associated with Buddy, and they knew what they did to Buddy and why we were there. That could be the only reason why they didn't do any kumite tonight. So at least we got to send a message. If you mess with one of us, one of our brothers, you mess with all of us. And that's the story for the night. Thank you. Signing off. Good night.